An absolutely beautiful day, and it's been an amazing inaugural AVP League so far. 3 weeks in the books, 3 different cities as we are ready to begin week number 4 here at the HEB Center at Cedar Point, just north of Austin. The players getting ready and set. First for the Brooklyn Blaze as they jog it out. Megan Kraft, Terese Cannon, and of course, Cody Caldwell and Sean Cook. They are fired up, looking to get some momentum this weekend. Across the net from Brooklyn is the LA Launch. Betsi, Flint, Julia Scoles, Tim Baumgren, and Troy Field. Action-packed. Those are some entertainers down there. This is going to be an absolute battle, and I've been looking for this one. As we take a look at the standings of the inaugural 2024 AVP League season, what jumps off the page, no question about it, the New York Nitro, 7-1, have been completely dominant. Miami Mayhem in second place, and then you see Brooklyn and Los Angeles at the bottom and 1-3. Hello and welcome up to the broadcast booth. I'm Dane Blanton alongside Olympic gold medalist Rich Lamborn. And Rich, this is a battle right here, very even. We've been talking about this matchup for some time, but as the weeks go by, they need more victories.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup in that the men's and women's side of both teams very evenly matched, so it's kind of a toss-up. On paper, hard to pick a winner, but both of these teams really need to start adding W's in that win column because everyone looking up, like you said, at the Nitro.
Yeah, and the most wins you can get in a weekend is 4. They would love to pull that off. Let's go down to the sand to our announcer, and that, of course, is Mark Sherman.
Let's do it. It is time to bring the athletes out for match number 1. Austin, how y'all feeling tonight? We ready to go? Yes, let's do it. First up, the Brooklyn Blaze, ladies and gentlemen, wearing the number 1 out of USC. She is the blocker, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall. Give it up for Terese Cannon. And her partner, standing 6 feet tall, also out of USC, it's Megan Kraft. And their opponents, the LA Launch. Standing 5'10", the defender out of LMU. Please welcome Betsi, Flint. And wearing the number 2, the 6-foot blocker out of USC, it's Julia Scoles.
Well, the table is set to go. It is Brooklyn versus Los Angeles, East Coast versus West Coast, and as we mentioned earlier, it is very crucial to get out of the box hot here. Remember, it's 2 out of 3 to 15 points, win by 2. So it's very quick. Traditionally, we have played to 21, and Rich, how much has that changed the game, that quick to 15? Not a lot of time to get used to the court.
Well, you mentioned it. The quick start is so important. We've heard a lot of the teams and their coaches talk about how the technical timeout at 21 total points used to be kind of a checkpoint, right? Are we doing the things we want to be doing? Do we need to make adjustments? Now you don't have that luxury, so you got to come out firing as your chance to make up ground if you get in a hole is lessened significantly.
Here comes Megan Kraft. That ball is dug and out of bounds. Megan Kraft out of San Diego, California, and USC, and just 22 years of age is Megan Kraft. She has really taken the tour by storm.
Yeah, that's a great swing we saw from her in transition. Scoles and Flint thought there might have been a touch, which is why they left the wide open net there, but none detected. It was a good start from the Blaze.
Megan Kraft, Terese Cannon on the left side of your screen, Julia Scoles, Betsi Flint on the right. Free ball opportunity here from Scoles, right side. And a beautiful roll shot over the block.
And Those second effort points so very important throughout the course of these matches. Good move from Cannon there. You see on the replay that turnaround as a blocker, such a difficult move.
Here comes Julia Scoles, a wicked jump serve. 27 years of age for Scoles out of North Carolina, also a USC Trojan. She's been battling quite a bit with some knee issues over the last couple of seasons, trying to manage that. Was so close to making that Olympic Games as well, ending in that 3rd spot. Got to be in the top 2.
Yeah, she and Meg Kraft put up some great results internationally as well, kind of once that Olympic qualification window closed. They had a great result. Switzerland making it all the way to the finals of an Elite 16 event. And now looking to kind of bring that level of play to the league.
Wow, what a hit by Betsi Flint. Let's go down to the 3rd member of our broadcast squad, and that is the one and only Casey Patterson.
Hi guys, not a gold medalist, Casey Patterson, played on the Troy Field. Mustache is amazing. We're here in Austin. How are we feeling so far?
Oh, I feel incredible. I mean, we're rocking a cowboy hat, so hopefully I don't offend anybody out there. But we went to Cavender's, and we got a whole game day fit, so it was really fun. But Austin's special. They're alive. All the fans are desperate for volleyball, so I couldn't be happier that I'm here.
I love it. I love it. Bringing the vibes, bringing the fire. Let's get back to the game.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
Baby,
we're right on the sand.
So fitting that Troy Field is with the LA launch. Such an entertainer.
He really is, yeah. I like the style being fit to the location as well.
Option by Flint to Scoles. She gets blocked by Terese, and Terese gets it yet again. Can she make it 4 in a row? And finally that ball is out of play, so not only a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd effort, but a 4th effort by Scoles and Flint to get that one to the sand.
Yeah, excellent representation there of if at first you don't succeed, just relentless continued effort from both sides. Terese really putting up a wall.
Yeah, Terese Cannon, originally from Pittsford, New York, has just become an amazing athlete and player over the last 5 years. And just a force to be reckoned with.
Little frustrated there. Hard to make out exactly what she's saying, but that's a little bit of a rut that the Blaze have found themselves in. Got off to the good start, but then the LA launch firing back here. I think that's 4 or 5 straight for them.
Yeah, not sure. Terese Cannon, very animated there. Usually very, very subdued. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? To your point, you can see the intensity on both sides of the court. There's no time to relax and work yourself into it. I mean, we're right out of the gate, and these players are really, I would say, upping the level and asking even more of their partners immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. With the shortened sets, you know, we talk a lot about sort of the ebbs and flows that happen throughout the course of a set, in the course of a volleyball match, but you can't spend too much time at low tide if you expect to be successful out there, Dane.
So week number 4 here on the inaugural AVP League. Blazing outside, but most of these venues in the league are indoor, and so quite comfortable up in the broadcast booth for sure, and I'm sure the players appreciate it as well.
Yeah, they always keep it comfortable for the prima donnas up here, Dane.
Betsi with a great serve, and her partner Julia Scoles will finish it off up at the net.
Yeah, they've really found something on their block and defense because they are rolling the launch.
LA launch up 6-3. Another tough serve by Betsi Flint. And Betsi Flint is known as one of the best servers in the world. And it's not like she's overpowering you. She knows exactly where to hit that spot.
Yeah, she's a bit of a surgeon. She's won best server on the AVP a couple times. Really just picks you apart from the end line.
Meg Kraft, cross court to Betsi Flint, and little inside out shot, precision on the outside of the line.
Yeah, Betsi at 5'10", downright diminutive out there. I think everyone else is in the 6 and up club.
And you know, Rich, that just seems to be the trend, right? Athletes getting more skilled, more coordinated. It used to be the shorter, smaller players had all the skills, and now the athlete has gotten bigger as a lift call on Julia Scoles, and she's not going to be happy with that at all.
I think she's got a very good argument as well. You kind of hear the bluebirds coming out from the crowd. Yeah, I don't know if he's operating with a different set of rules. You can hear him say not clean, but that is not the standard on a driven ball defensively.
Yeah, I think what the referee was saying is that maybe for him it didn't have enough pace on it, which it's a judgment call, and you don't want to put it in the ref's hands because then it can go either way as Scoles gets that ball to the sand. LA launch 7, make it 8-5 over the Brooklyn Blaze. Both these teams 1-3 in league competition.
Dane, I don't want to out myself, but we switch on multiples of 5, and I don't have 13 being a multiple of anything.
Unless the scoreboard that we're seeing's off, but we see 5-8 as well.
And that was a fantastic little scoop and baby line shot for Betsi Flint.
Yeah, traditionally we switch on increments of 5 so no one gets an advantage. Sometimes the backdrop in an indoor arena like this can be a little different in terms of how you pass the ball, but pretty equal on both sides here, Rich.
Pretty equal, yeah. I think maybe the only thing that's in play is some of the lights. Lights very strong up in the rafters. So sometimes if you kind of look up when you're setting or you look up defensively, that can affect you.
Megan Kraft, jump float serve over to Scoles. Scoles going to come out to the antenna, and she gets stuffed straight down by Terese Cannon.
And that is what they need, and they need those in bunches. Great move. Kind of a jump into the angle, leave the hands back in the line there.
Yeah, Terese Cannon and Megan Kraft really playing at a high level. A couple of weeks ago won the King of the Beach event in Miami. So and like you were talking about earlier, going into the Olympics, which they weren't participating in, but the tournaments coming up to the Olympics, they had a great run.
Great run, yeah. That continued through our Heritage Series events with the AVP. They earned their way into the league, and now the opportunity to represent the Blaze.
Passes to the right, set right in the middle. Finesse shot picked up by Flint. And how about Kraft with a left-handed stab? And she'll put it away. So some spectacular defense on both sides of the net.
Yeah, Betsi tried to go stab for stab, but too much power there from Meg Kraft. Great defense on both sides. Betsi getting the opportunity first.
Terese Cannon played indoor at Georgetown before switching over to the beach. Megan Kraft is there again, but this one unable to be retrieved by Cannon.
Pure speculation on my part, Dane. I wonder if she was mildly hesitant as the other overhand dig was called against her competitor, of course, but you wonder if that ever sits in your subconscious.
Yeah, sometimes when you see a referee make a call, you definitely make that adjustment because usually they're going to be consistent. Not always, but usually. Here comes Cannon, left side. Thunders that ball, but Betsi Flint makes it look easy. And then look at the poke shot. It's just out of bounds. So Betsi Flint doing her thing.
Like the communication from the launch. They missed that point, but immediately they get into that conversation. Betsi says, hey, that's my bad, partner. I got to put that away. Julia says, hey, I can maybe push the set out a little bit more. I'm going to keep talking things through as a match goes on, as a partnership.
Megan Kraft, that jump float serve seems the serve of choice for just about everybody. And Megan Kraft's defense has improved tremendously just from about 5 months ago when she was playing in the national championship, where she won it for the 4th time in a row. So 4 years at USC, 4 national championships. for Megan Kraft, but she was always playing at the net. Now she's playing full-time defense at times, and she's just all over everything.
Yeah, it shows what a well-rounded game she has, and all of her skills are elite level. I think we would agree.
Terese Cannon out of the middle, goes to the sideline. And nice shot. Betsi Flint has such great vision.
13-10, 2 points away.
Yeah, I like that movement as well. Just receives the ball.
All 3 sets go to 15. Kate takes the most go back.
Flint with a trickler. Nice hit by Terese, but Flint makes it look easy. And then it's Terese Cannon yet again. Her timing is on point.
Yeah, that's a great blocking move. I like the aggressiveness from Betsi. However, in transition, swing away, a chance to score points. Terese just makes a really good blocking move there, pressing big into the cross court.
It's not often a ball's passing Terese Cannon without her getting her hands on it. As Flint comes from the right side. Cut shots dug. Option by Megan Kraft to Cannon, and that was executed to perfection.
Yeah, to your point about how much Meg has really ramped up her defensive prowess, she not only digs that ball, but puts it up on purpose at the net for her partner to option it right over the top, as you see there.
13-12. LA launch with the lead as Cannon and Kraft starting to make some noise on the comeback. But you're right, Rich. Not only do you have to be in the right spot, but you have to be able to execute when the ball gets there.
Yeah.
As we take a look at the AVP League competition format, it's the best of 3 sets. All the sets are to 15 points, and you must win by 2. 1 timeout per team per set. There's no technical timeout, and then season standings based on win percentage will get you into the AVP League Championship, and that's happening on November 9th in Carson, Dignity Health Center, and only 4 teams will make it into that, so the intensity is high, and players really seem to love this format.
That happens in a hurry. You know, we talk oftentimes in sort of a more traditional format about games not being a sprint. This is the opposite. These games are a sprint. You got to get out quickly.
Option play by Scoles, and you can see the intensity.
Yeah, and that is a physical play from Julia Scoles. That ball passed near the net, right where Betsi Flint wanted it, but relatively low trajectory as well. Julia gets up there and whaps it.
Set point. And just like that, it's the LA launch taking the first set with a little jump flow. The bottom just dropped out of that one.
Yeah, some great serving from the launch, and some great early defensive play as well. They went on a run that kind of got them out in front, and they stayed there. Good comeback effort from the Blaze late, but couldn't quite overcome the deficit they found themselves in.
The LA launch and the Brooklyn Blaze battling it out. Set number 2 coming up next.
By Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
How about a little magic, huh?
Welcome back to the HEB Center here just north of Austin. LA launch winning first set number 1. Let's head down to the sand to Casey Patterson.
Hi everybody, down here again, VIP area with Cody. He's just warming up for his match after the ladies match. Just wanted to ask him real quick, what are you going to do with Troy's mustache? It's going to be a mustache off, I feel like. The two mustaches battling. First of all, is yours better, his better? What do we think?
Troy has a great mustache, all right? We might be enemies on the court, but I can respect that mustache game 100%. I guess, you know, who put more dye on tonight? Whoever's came on a little thicker, whoever pushed harder last night and dead, you know, really, like, you know, that's probably who's going to come out on top today.
I love it. I like that you go with the bucket hat and he had the cowboy hat. I like that we got a theme going.
We got a little flair tonight. It's good stuff. Yeah, we're out here.
What do you think about the venue so far? There's a lot of people in the stands.
This is awesome. I mean, night and day. You know, I was at UCLA the first event, and you know that was just getting it started, and this is like probably 5 times the people that were there. So we're trending in the right direction. I love it. Love to hear the support out here, and yeah, we're fired up, man.
I love it.
We're fired up.
I love it. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Get back to getting warm. All right, see you guys.
Thanks, Casey. Cody Caldwell, quite the joker.
Yeah, I like the idea that you can lay in bed and will your mustache to grow.
All right, back to action here. Set number 2. Launch beating the Blaze 15-12 in set number 1. Megan Kraft right out of the middle of the court, and she tools Julia Scoles as Scoles wants a double contact on the last ball.
That's a good high swing. Yeah, it's, you know, there was an iffy call in the first set that went against the launch, but they fought it off well. That's such a critical skill, letting things go by the wayside and being unaffected.
1-0 the Blaze as we look at some stats from set number 1. The Blaze hit 400 launch, 381. A couple of service errors by the launch, but they were able to prevail. So they are leading this matchup 1-0.
Yeah, that was one of the more misleading stat lines, right? The launch had more service errors, hit a little bit lower of a percentage, but won pretty handily in set number 1.
Usually that hitting percentage is a good indicator of who's victorious, but within 20 points there for both teams. Here comes Flint. Poke shot is dug nicely by Terese Cannon. Can she convert? And the answer is yes. Terese Cannon moving really well.
Yeah, that's such a critical skill to be a good blocker on the beach, is that ability to turn around. You see it right here. Land and go. Requires the offensive player to really have to be so precise with that line shot, and if they're not, you make them pay, as Terese did there.
What an option by Flint, Betsi Flint. Some of the best ball control you'll ever see.
I love the trajectory on those passes too. She kind of keeps it flat. It's not in that hitting window very long, but Scoles knows right where to expect it and just tees off.
Julia Scoles, traditional topspin jump serve, and she gets the trickle, so rewarded for the velocity.
Yeah, a little risk, little reward on that play.
Julia Scoles, one of the more physical players, very strong, hits the ball, just sounds a little different. As Cannon puts that ball off the top of Scoles.
Now, there's a couple ladies down there right now that have that kind of Dane Blanton crack on the ball when they're swinging.
I don't know if my hits have that same crack, snap that we've had.
I had to make the noise with my mouth.
Again, they continue to work on Flint, and Flint continues to control it and side out.
Yeah, that's kind of a lesson there in varying the depth of your shot. You can see Meg Kraft make the right read, make the right run, but Betsi able to tuck it in the back corner to elude the defender.
Oh, short serve denied right there. That may have been an ace if it would have made it over.
They are working the net tape very well right now at the launch.
5-4, second set. Brooklyn Blaze ahead in this set, but still early on. Here comes Cannon. This time goes to Scoles. Beautiful set by Flint, and Kraft is there, can't control it.
And she's starting to get a beat on a lot of these shots, though. Right there on that one, we saw her close on an earlier shot from Flint. Wouldn't be surprised if we see her pick up a couple extra scoops as this second set progresses.
5-all. Here comes that tough serve from the backcourt. Terese handles it there, kicks out, and it's going to be a free ball opportunity. Oh, interesting. Scoles didn't take the option there. It seemed like it was open for her.
Yeah, it's tough when you're a right-hander and you're kind of facing that off direction, right? So she opts to set her partner Betsi back a little bit tight, and Terese just smothers it.
6-5. Brooklyn Blaze with the lead. Megan Kraft is all over that one. Set is perfect, but look at the defense by Flint. And Kraft gets it up for a second opportunity, and deep middle that time, puts a little extra snap on it.
That's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see the option in transition. You got it, but Meg Kraft makes a great dig. And a little too much gas on this put away right up the middle. Good placement as well.
And there's Scoles putting that ball away. So athletic right there. Not much of an approach.
Yeah, showing off the physicality, just straight up and down and tattooing one. Chris Kraus will make you jump, but
they will.
Julia Scoles will make you jump as well.
7-6 Blaze. That ball's blocked by Julia Scoles to tie things up at 7 points apiece. It's been not only a defensive duel, it's been a blocking battle as well at the net.
There's been quite a few. Remember a couple big ones in set number 1 for the Brooklyn Blaze and Terese Cannon that kept them around.
And there's a high shot by Megan Kraft off the top. And the Brooklyn Blaze look to be turning things around, up 8-7.
Baby, that is right. It is time. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not be happier to be right here, right now. We're in Austin, Dallas, Texas, San Diego.
Welcome back here, set number 2. The Brooklyn Blaze up 8-7 second set, but it was LA Launch that won the first as Betsi Flint goes down the line on the outside of the line. So efficient on that inside out shot.
Yeah, she needed every centimeter of that one to keep it metric. Meg again making a good run defensively.
Tied up at 8. Julia Scoles of the LA Launch back to serve. Perfect option pass to her partner. And that was that offhanded option. Having to wait for that ball to cross her body was Megan Kraft.
And not an easy thing to do. Certainly not as easy as the ladies make it look out there.
Kraft goes short. Another option play, but Terese Cannon having none of it. Timing just impeccable.
She's really been able to impose her will up there at the net. You had that feeling like if they could add that to some plays behind her defensively from Meg Kraft, that they were going to make a push here in set number 2.
Little timeout being called by the LA Launch. They're going to talk it over. as the crowd continues to grow. Cody Caldwell was talking about that first event of the league kicking off at UCLA, and it seems like the momentum has been gained each and every week since then. We went from UCLA to Miami to San Diego, and now we're here in Austin, and the crowds are continuing to grow. This is a new thing. This is the inaugural season of the league, and it seems like the players absolutely loving it, the fans loving it as well, and I think the momentum just going to continue to grow.
Yeah, I would agree with you. You know, it's a new concept, of course. It's a little later in the year than we're used to ingesting our beach volleyball, which is a great thing. But yeah, it's everyone's loving it.
Let's go down to the sand. Our own Casey Patterson.
Hi guys, I'm here in the audience with Steven, legend, not only because his hair is amazing, but because yesterday he got a sandcast tattoo, Triborn's podcast. He went and got an actual tattoo on his arm, so he is hardcore. We actually won some pickup games earlier today, dominated. So not only do you have amazing hair, but we're feeling the flow. We love it here so far. Steve, what do you think so far of the event?
Oh, I love it. This is, exactly what I thought it was going to be. We're out here, we're cheering. We're going to be cheering hard. We're in home team, though. We got to cheer for the home team. It's not about our favorite players anymore. It's about our home team now. So, Austin Aces, here we go.
I love it. Steven's hardcore. Obviously, the podcast tattoo. It's insane here today. I love it.
Did Casey say that he played some pickup games with him?
Oh yeah, little clinic.
Earlier.
Clinic over at ATX Beach.
Nice. Nice. Casey Patterson still got it. I don't know what he's doing with a mic in his hand when he's still got a 40-inch jump. Brooklyn Blaze up 11-10 here. It's crunch time. And in the first set, right about this time, the Launch were able to expand their lead by a couple points and kind of steal the victory. Let's see if Brooklyn can balance it out, get the win here. There is Scoles from a set by Flint that had to be 30 feet off the net.
Yeah, that's a wonderful play. All credit there going to Betsi Flint for putting that ball up in a hittable zone. Julia Scoles, of course, paying it off high off the block. And look at that, beyond the end line, and then the high swing through the hands.
11-11. And there is double contact. And you know what's interesting? Remember earlier in the match, Julia Scoles was kind of complaining that a double contact wasn't called. And you know what? The referee's only human. They're going to be watching a little closer when players are calling it out, as that serve just goes wide. But it's very important to have some rapport with the ref.
Sure.
And they got one back there. So we're all tied at 12 now.
Yeah, you never talk a referee into making a call once the play is dead, but you plant some seeds for further on down the line.
Tough serve. There's the option again, being used so much more just over the last couple of years, not only domestically, but more importantly, internationally. People are just pushing that option play up to confuse the blocker.
Yeah, well, I mean, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on a blocker that's, oftentimes got to run all the way up to the net. That is a little bit of an untimely miss there from Betsi.
Creating a point coming here will either be set point Blaze or match point Launch.
13 apiece. Very important point right here for the Brooklyn Blaze of Cannon and Kraft. Can they get to 14 first? Here comes Scoles, LA Launch. Ball's up in the air by Kraft. And she goes right at Betsi Flint. And the Launch gonna get another opportunity. And up and out of bounds. Cannon trying to motion that in, but that ball out.
Barely out. Let's see if we get a look at where this lands. Some would say play the close ones at this juncture. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Julia very confident that was wide, and it's match point for her squad.
14-13. LA Launch looking to close it out in 2 sets. Julia Scoles with the traditional topspin jumpy. And she gets an ace to end it, going at fellow Trojan, Terese Cannon, and Terese letting that one go.
Well, they played with that sideline a little bit, the LA Launch did. Missed a couple, but Julia Scoles finding the range perfectly next to an untouchable serve for the win.
Wow, first set and second set, very similar. Score 15-12, 15-13, but look at this inside-out ace, and that angle is wicked.
Yeah, I mean, it's short and it's wide. So difficult to even get a hand on from Terese, and you can see the frustration there. But an important win for the Launch, and now they're letting their men know we got the job done, boys. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, that's important for the Launch. That will be their second win of the league. So they're now 2-3, and they got to be feeling good about trying to get back to 500. Let's go down to the sand to Mark Sherman.
Down here with the winners of match number 1 here on week number 4. Betsi and Julia, congratulations. Now, you did at the end of set number 2 what I've been used to seeing you do for years and years, Betsi. Y'all took a timeout, you came back out, and you turned it around. What did you say to each other in that timeout?
Man, I don't even know. We're just trying to get better at taking timeouts, especially in these sets of 15, taking them a little earlier. So I think we're just giving each other confidence and telling each other what was effective. And obviously they're a great team and played well, so we're grateful for the win.
The combination of you two serving, your gnarly float serve, and then you I was bragging about Betsi serving out of that timeout, but then your ace to finish, you dialed that thing in. That was a beautiful serve.
I was saying that I'd rather be lucky than good, and I think that serve was a little bit of luck.
Oh, lucky? What are you talking about? That looked perfect to me. What do you think, Austin? Lucky or good? I think it was good. Yeah, I think so too. Julia, Betsi, congratulations. The Launch get the win, everybody. Give it up for Betsi Flint and Julia Scoles.
Well, there you have it. The LA Launch feeling really good about themselves right there. Getting the victory over the Brooklyn Blaze. Brooklyn falls to now 1-4 as the LA Launch climb to 2-3. They'll be looking to try to get to 500 when the men take the court. It is popping here in Austin. Week number 4 of AVP League. More to come.